A very warm welcome to We Travel. My name is James. This is the We Travel channel. And in November 2022, I am taking my first international trip for very close to 3 years because of the COVID situation. But now in Southeast Asia, you can travel quite freely. All you need is to have a vaccination card and proof that you have had the vaccination by a certificate. So I'm doing a 5-day trip to Pattaya. Pattaya is the fantasy land. I have been there before. The main reason I like to go there is not because what you think. I actually really like the shopping there. Bangkok is like the best shopping in Southeast Asia, to be really honest with you. But it's really crowded and you need to take the subway or the SkyTrain to get there. Pattaya is really simple to get to, but there are a few scams. So if you are planning to actually go to Thailand, to go to some of these hotspots like Phuket or to Pattaya, even Koh Samui, do beware of some of these scams. The first one that you can say, if you book a taxi from the airport to go to Pattaya and you book it online, the taxi driver may say, oh, you have to pay for the tolls. It's not expensive, it's sort of like an extra $2 on top of the fee. And with that, you make sure when you book it, they say, does it include the tolls? There's 2 or 3 tollways. One, I think there's 2 that you go through, and the final one you pay. So that's when you get there. Checking into the hotel, it's fine. They may require a key deposit, and I am staying in a hotel called the Best Beach Villa, I do believe, which I have stayed in before. It's a really nice hotel. I will be using my GoPro solidly while I'm in Pattaya and showing you lots of things. The next one is, it is sort of like a fantasy land. And you have to beware, especially at night time. You're sitting down at a bar and a girl approaches you and say, blah, 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 and say, can you buy a drink? And you say yes, and whatever she has, you will have to pay the lady's fee. So your beer may cost 90 baht, which let's say is like $3, for example. Her drink will cost 250 because she's earning a commission from it. Now, please do so if you want, but please be aware that this is her job basically, to come and chat with you, and is going to be like double, sometimes triple. Be aware, if she asks for, let's say, a vodka and a vodka Coca-Cola, for example, you may be charged twice. There's one lady's drink for vodka and there's one for the Coca-Cola. So it could actually equal 500 baht, which is like $12, $13. So be careful. And when you do get a drink, what you'll have in front of you is not this, but just, for example, a pot where you keep the bar bill. And each time you buy a beer, they will put it in there. Keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye on it, because sometimes they will add in an extra bill. So you can just check, or you can just pay as you go. Just pay as you go. But do remember to sort of leave a tip as well. It's not the richest country in the world. It's not the richest country in Southeast Asia. These people do make a living, and you could say a $1 tip on a $15 bar bill or $2 is actually fine. The currency exchange is about 35, $1 equals about 35 baht. And if there is a problem and they do overcharge you, just pay it. It's just, don't get into the argument of not paying, and just don't go to that bar again. These are some of the scams that happen in Pattaya. Do be aware, and let's take a break and I'll be back. Another one which is really expensive is transportation in Pattaya. Now, you can take a BART bus. Now, when you get onto a bus, these BART buses just hop onto the back, and usually they go down one road and up another. They cost 10 baht per journey, and at the end of you can just press the bell at the end of where you want to get to, go and give the taxi driver 10 baht, and that would be it. If it's a 2-step journey, let's say you're going from Pattaya all the way to Jontium, that you may need to take 2 baht buses, for example, or there may be just one, then it will go up to about 20 because it's a 2 bus journey, so to speak. But don't go up to the driver and say, can you take me here? Because then he's going to set a price he's still going to take other passengers and he's going to charge you 100, 200. Taxis in Pattaya are incredibly expensive. If you just want to go like 1 or 2 kilometers, it's going to cost you possibly like $5 or $6. But there is an app nowadays on Android, I do believe, called Bolt, B-O-L-T, where you can get the taxis at a reasonable price. It's the same as kind of like Uber, just for Pattaya. So that problem has been resolved. You don't need to get onto the motorbike taxis. They're just uncomfortable, and if you're as old as me, sometimes you have great difficulty getting your leg over the actual back seat of the bicycle or the bike you want to actually ride it. But do be aware of transportations, and the hotel hopefully can give you all this advice as well. If you don't know, ask the reception, ask the concierge, even though their English is not the best in the world, but they will be happy to help. And if you're not too sure, just ask the hotel. Again, happy to help, and they can make sure your holiday in Pattaya is good. The next thing is shopping. There are like 3, maybe 4 shopping centres. One is called Royal, which is nothing there, nothing really special there at the moment. The next one is quite an old one called Central, right in the centre there, and the shopping there is fantastic. You got food, you got cinema, you got all the shops, you got an Apple store or an ice store there, you got Starbucks, you got the branded stores as well. Moving up a little bit further, you have Central Marina, which is smaller, but there's a Big C there. Big C is a big supermarket, a department store. So the ground floor is where you buy your groceries, and upstairs you can buy clothing or some electronic gadgets, and some, if you want, you can buy some souvenirs, and there's some mobile phone shops there. And the other one is Pattaya Terminal 21, which is a massive shopping centre, and it's great just to wander around there. It's all air conditioned, so you can get away from the very fierce heat. And these are my tips related to some of the scams in Pattaya. Do be aware of them. Just have your eyes open. It is a interesting place to visit, and on We Travel in November we will be scouring quite a lot of this place so you can see what it's like. Now, most of my audience possibly won't even go there because maybe it's a bit too far or whatever the situation. But if I have a broader audience, then you want to go and have a 5 days there on your trip to Thailand, for example, in 2023, then please do share this video. My name is James, this is the We Travel channel. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back shortly. I will say bye bye from everyone here, which just seems to be me at the moment. Never mind.